Welcome to Contracting Conversations. My name is Jim Valley, and I'm joined by my co-host, Scott Williams. Today, we are continuing our conversation with Christy Watts, DAU's Learning Asset Manager for the Architect Engineer Indirect Rates course, Con 2420V. All right, Christy, welcome back to part 2.
Hey, thanks for having me back again.
Awesome. So, Christy, what can you tell us about this course and how did it come about?
Well, Jim, think about this. Often in the AE arena, the contracting professional is left with minimal to no support when it comes to rate development and delving into its details. So the overhead cost in an AE contract often exceeds the direct cost that we pay. This is why we felt it was important enough to create Con 2420 as a separate course. We developed this course to provide the students with a strong foundation in how overhead rates should be developed for a base year and out years in an area that has not received much emphasis in the past.
All right. Thank you so much, Christy. I know overhead, some people just don't understand that, so it's great to have a course that talks about that. Thank you.
Yes, Christy, it sounds like a course that's very much needed. And can you provide us with some more of the details about the new course, 2420V?
Sure. This is a virtual instructor training class, and it concentrates on how the AE community develops indirect rates. Students will learn how to analyze companies' overhead pools, develop a new rate based on allowable and reasonable cost, and how the base rate factors into the overall rate. Students will also learn how inflation affects indirect rate on IDIQ contracts in the out years. So not only the base year, but how do you figure out that rate for the out years? Con 2420 starts with 2 intensive days in the virtual classroom. The instructor will be there to facilitate the concepts along the roadmap. But roughly 70% of the time of the course is devoted to case studies and exercises that have the students apply immediately what they've learned, so it keeps it fresh in their mind. Then the 2 days in the classroom is topped off by an individual capstone case study that's going to apply all the concepts we learned in the class. This is a fast-paced course. There's lots of learning occurring, and the concepts learned can even be applied beyond the AE arena.
All right, thanks, Christy. I think it's critical that students have that ability to do some type of simulation, right? Those case studies are a great way to learn versus just learning an actual, the topic itself. So I think that's awesome.
Students who've already taken it have found it to be very valuable.
Well, that's great to hear. So it's good to see that we're, testing it with actual students. So what type of students are you expected that would be great for this type of course?
Well, the AE process is a shared responsibility between contracting, the engineers, and the customers. So anyone on the team assigned or about to be assigned to AE contracts would benefit from this course. And do remember that this course is a prerequisite for Con 2430 AE contracting.
Okay, great. Thanks, Christy.
Hey, Christy, there's a question that most students want to know when they come into a class or they sign up for a course. So how exactly are students assessed in Con 2420V?
There is only one assessment for this course, and that is that individual capstone case study. All the exercises completed during the first 2 days directly prepares the student to apply all their knowledge to complete that capstone case study. There's no exam for Con 2420V. The only exam is at their credential level.
That's interesting. So what are the students' response to this new course so far?
Well, Jim, once students have completed the capstone and then they have time to reflect, I've received emails stating that this has been one of the most valuable courses they've taken. They also comment on how they can immediately apply the knowledge to a new acquisition. I am really excited about this course and the impact that it's having.
Yeah, that's great news. Nothing like that feedback from the customer. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, Christy, thanks again. We appreciate you coming to the show today to discuss the Architect Engineering Indirect Rates course. which is a major component of the architect engineering credential. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me back again. I really appreciate it.
So folks, look for the next segment with Christy, where we're going to talk about the other course. It's a major portion of this credential, which is Con 2430B, the Architect Engineering Contracting course. That'll be coming up in our next show. And that's all the time we have for today. But please, if you haven't already, subscribe to our Contracting Conversations channel. Type your comments below to include your questions for future discussions and help spread the word of the channel to your peers and to those you supervise or lead. Let us help you answer their questions. And as always, we look forward to having future contracting conversations with you. Thank you.